Today we're going to be checking out a 2007 Shelby GT500, and it's just not any ordinary GT500. This has tens of thousands of dollars in upgrades. It has a lot of the Super Snake upgrades. 750 horsepower, ceramic coated paint, $10,000 stereo, and we got all the documentation, just over 11,000 miles. You can go to volocars.com, and that's where you can find all of our inventory. That's where you'll have the price tags and monthly finance payments as well. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. And this one will take you for a spin. A little bit later on, Caleb's going to take you for a drive in the car. So the car is pretty much immaculate. I've been walking around it the last few minutes and don't see a thing that's wrong with it. Beautiful colors, black with the red over-the-top racing stripes. The paint was just ceramic coated, and so were the wheels. But speaking of the paint and body, this is all pristine. I don't see a nick, not a mark. It's all fantastic, absolutely straight, no door dings, no scratches, no swirls, no issues. All of this is fantastic. The stripes are decals. That's how they did it. I don't see any nicks or fading or scratches in the decals. Body and paint's outstanding. Really like this big metal, well, I think it's metal or aluminum Cobra with the red on there is really sharp looking. Also, the windows were just tinted. $10,000 was just spent on the car in the last couple months. Stereo, ceramic coating, and tinted windows. So up front, it does have fog lamps. It has the lower ground effects. All this seems to be in really good shape. There's also a couple ports right here, and there's air ducts that go right to the brakes. It cools the brakes, which are also upgraded. We'll talk about those in a few minutes. You might have noticed the wheels. They're the 20-inch Super Snake Alcoa forged wheels. And like I said, they were just ceramic coated. So the outside of the car, I mean, it's pristine. And they're wrapped in Nitto performance tires. Yeah, outside the car is excellent. Why don't we check out the inside? I got a whole list of extras to tell you about on the engine and underneath the car. So of course it has the keyless entry on the key fob for the trunk. It has this nice Shelby Cobra with the red in there. Third brake light. So inside the trunk compartment, the light works. It's like brand new. Two big subwoofers, part of the stereo that was added. There's also 6x9s up under the deck there. And I know he said he added a couple amplifiers too. Not sure where those are hiding. The rubber, everything in there looks like brand new. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon. That way you're notified when the next car is posted. We sure do get a variety of some really fantastic cars. So the door jambs are spotless. You could lick them. They're so clean. The weather strips are mint. Door panel, the black and the red instead of all black. I like that. And you can see it has custom speakers, the tweeter, the one behind the grill, and then the ones down in the door. So there's 3 custom speakers in each door. The instrument panel is all like brand new condition. Red stitched leather steering wheel with controls. It has about 11,200 miles. Has the extra gauges up here. I think that's might be like a Super Snake upgrade. Here's the Shelby GT500 plaque with the number. This is the touchscreen stereo that was just added. Got locking lug nuts in there for the wheels. Nice Shelby shifter ball on a short throw Super Snake style shifter. And then the seats, black and red leather, are all in excellent shape. Let's see how to flip it up. And in back, looks like it's never been sat in. This is not an abused car. There's no weird smells. I mean, it literally looks brand new in the back. The headliner's in mint condition, all the seat belts, the plastic, that all looks fantastic. And then we'll have copies of this on the website, but here's the Shelby certificate, and then here's pages of receipts and the list for all the work that's been done to it, making it upgraded with all the performance stuff. It's got some nice pedals. Okay, so the motor, it's a Ford Racing 2.9 twin screw Whipple supercharger assembly with a crusher inlet. And it has a list of parts here, a dual bore throttle body, 65 millimeter, upgraded dual fuel pump assembly. Let's see what else we got here. American Racing headers. Yeah, the rest of this pertains to the underneath we'll talk about in just a little bit. And you can see how everything is just spotless. It's a very clean engine compartment. Everything was installed nicely. The supercharger is right from Ford, says Ford Racing on the throttle body as well. Here's the special vehicle team with their signatures, the people that hand assembled the engine. 750 horsepower sitting right there. I think that ought to do it. Now Caleb's going to take you for a ride. Hopefully he keeps it between the lines and out of the ditches.
Alright, so we're in the 07 GT500. I remember it like it was yesterday when I brought this in. We've had the pleasure of having this 3 times now at the museum. I brought it in, we sold it to a local collector. He enjoyed it for a little bit over the summer and traded it back in, which he does with all his cars. Now we sold it to another very good client of ours, and he did the same thing. Enjoyed it for a little bit, traded it back in. Each time it has more and more upgrades, so it's nicer for the next owner. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I've brought in, even though it's the first year. It's been packed with tons of goodies. They're all Super Snake upgrades, which you would get from Shelby Las Vegas. They were installed by a Ford dealership, so everything was professionally installed. So this thing's packing a punch. Let me show you. I hit 3rd gear. I didn't get to touch 4th or even go through 3rd. That's how fast we were accelerating in this thing. But man, it's no joke. It's so crisp. It's very responsive. It's snappy. Like I was saying, it's one of my favorites that we've brought in. It's got all the right upgrades. That Ford Racing exhaust sounds amazing on this car. Just the Whipple, I believe it has the Whipple upgrade. Smaller pulleys, a little bit of fuel system, stuff like that. You have your triple pack Shelby gauges up top here, which you would get like from the Super Snake package. Those are all functional. The previous owner put in the sound system, so you got an upgraded head unit in here, all new speakers. The subwoofer really hits if you like that stuff. It's got a killer sound system in it. Heat's working. I turned the traction control off in these Shelbys. I feel like they handle better when you're wanting to let them open up. You can adjust the shift light on here. Right now it's set like the stock version, so it's super early, so it'll kind of ding at you, but you can adjust that through the menu here, no problem. Shifts through the gears nicely. The aftermarket clutch feels really good. Horn works. Both turn signals. Yeah, I mean, this is a killer car. For the money, guys, this thing is packing a punch. It's got all the upgrades that you don't have to spend the money. It's already done. I'm gonna be sad to see this one go again, but maybe it'll, who knows, maybe it'll come back to the museum again one day. This is just a very sweet looking car. Love the black, love the stance, love the chrome Shelby wheels with the red stripes. It's got the whole package.
So this is a pretty hot car. I didn't realize how sporty this one really was till just now, reading all this stuff and really looking at it. So underneath the car has an upgraded ring and pinion set. It has an aluminum fin cover on the rear end. Just looking at the underside pictures, there's all this suspension components that say Ford Racing on it. It has a Ford Racing exhaust. Upgraded handling package, adjustable struts and shocks, lowering springs, a different anti-roll bar, Mustang Jounce bumper kit, muffler kit, the air brake ducts to keep the brakes cool. You can see the giant red calipers showing through the wheels. There's 6 piston in front, says Shelby right on it, drilled and slotted rotors, and they're substantial, they're thick. The brake cooling kit, they're Bear brakes, Shelby Extreme 6-piston Bear brakes, Shelby Billet rear lower control arms, anti-wheel hop rear control arm, relocation brackets, BMR mounts and brackets, panhard bar, panhard rod support, drive shaft loop. This has the sequential tail light kit, so they will blink across. I think that's a cool feature. High flow catalytic converters, custom heat exchanger, and you have a custom 3-gauge pod up on the dash was added to it as well. So this has got the upgrades. This thing ought to be a real blast to drive. Well, Caleb just took you for a drive. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Now you can go to volocars.com to talk to the salesman. They'll help answer what questions you have, including how to get it financed and how to get it delivered to your door. But I'm telling you, standing right next to this car, it is practically brand new. 750 horsepower and a manual shift. You'll have some fun. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon. You'll be notified when the next one's posted. Thanks for watching.